Hi, good morning, boys and girls. It is so good to see you again this morning. I am Miss Carol, and I cannot wait till we see each other in person again. I just cannot wait to give each and every one of you a hug as soon as it is safe to do that. So today we are talking about patience. We've been talking about patience for the last couple of weeks, or the last 3 weeks. But patience is something that we do. It's a way for us to remain calm and still while we're waiting for our good to unfold in our life, because we know that sometimes, even if we can't see it, most of the times when we can't see it, we know that God is always at work in our lives, right? So by learning patience is a way for us to remain calm while we are waiting for God to work in our lives. So first, let's start with our friend. Who remembers our friend from last week? Do you remember? Hey, Leo. Say hi to all the boys and girls. I know he is as excited to see you as I am. So let's start by singing a little song about patience, okay? And this song, it's the same tune as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and I know that you guys know that song, right? Okay, so let's start. I am patient, I can wait, for my good will not be late. Yes, I know that good will come, because in God it's already done. I am patient, I can wait, for my good will not be late. For my good will not be late. Isn't that a great way to end that song? So Leo, what have you been up to today? Oh, Leo said he was eating some apples for lunch. I love apples. You know, I like to eat apples too, and I have one right here. See, I ate half of it already. Oh, Leo said that, did you know that apples come from a little seed? That's absolutely right, Leo. See this seed right here? This came from this little seed. Wow. See how big this apple is? And it comes from this little seed. Let me get it up here again. Can you see how little that seed is? Wow. So we're going to talk about seeds and about something that so little can grow an apple. And there's other types of seeds too. Who knows what else comes from a seed? Flowers, yeah, and all sorts of things that we eat. There's blueberries and strawberries and watermelons and carrots. We're going to talk about some carrots later. And also trees like oak trees and pine trees. And there's big trees, little trees come from seeds as well. So yes, we're going to be reading about that. So I wonder what happens when we plant a seed. What do you think happens? We have to put it inside the ground. We have to water it, don't we? Yeah, and the sun also shines on that. So who knows where seeds come from? Like apple seeds that we just saw. Where'd that go? Oh, I lost it. Who knows where seeds come from? Yeah, it comes from the apple, right? Because there's seeds that are inside the apple. And then this little seed grows into a big tree, and the big tree is going to make more apples. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Oh, he's telling me something. That's right, Leo. Leo said that just like God helps a seed to grow into a big tree, God also helps us to grow, doesn't he? Grow into our best self. It helps us to grow from little kids into big kids and to grown-ups. Remember when you were a baby, you were walking and you could barely talk? You probably don't remember that, but you probably saw pictures of that. And then you grew into a 3-year-old, and many of you are 4 years old and 5 years old. And then pretty soon you're going to be 6 and 7 and 10, and you're going to be a teenager, then a grown-up. Yeah, you're really going to be growing big. Leo says he cannot wait to see you as you guys grow up. And it's amazing to see all those things that are happening to a little seed. Yes, Leo said, but it's invisible when it's happening, isn't it? We can't see when the seed is growing into a tree, but if we're patient, then we see it with our eyes. We see it as it comes out into the ground and grows from a little, like a little twig into a big tree. So even though God is invisible, God is so powerful. God is always busy creating and making things happen, even though we can't see what's going on. God is always here, ready to help us be patient, or any of the other ways that bring good to us. So Leo says that if a seed can wait for such a long time to become a tree, then he can wait for good things too. So can we. All right, so let's go say goodbye to Leo for now. We're going to go on with our story, okay? Say, see you in a little bit. So who remembers our story from last week? You know, we just finished talking about apples and how those grow on trees. So other fruits and vegetables that we eat grow on, start from a seed and grow into plants that we can eat, and fruits and vegetables. So remember last time we talked about a carrot, didn't we? So I don't have any carrots right now because I ate them all, but they're really good. So the story that we're going to read is called The Carrot Seed. So let's read that now, okay? So The Carrot Seed is a book. It's a story by Ruth Krauss. It's a story about a little boy who planted a carrot seed. Do you see a little boy? His mother said, "I'm afraid it won't come up." His father said, "I'm afraid it won't come up." And his big brother said, "It won't come up." Every day, the little boy pulled up the weeds around the seed and sprinkled the ground with water. Do you see that? But nothing came up. And still, nothing came up. Everyone kept saying it won't come up. But still, he pulled up the weeds around it every day and sprinkled the ground with water. And then one day, look, something started to come up. A carrot came up. Wow, look at those big leaves from that little seed. And it came up just as the little boy knew it would. The end. Isn't that a great story? That little boy was patient, wasn't he? So he had to wait a long time. And his mother said, it's not going to come up. What did his father and his brothers say? They said it wasn't going to come up either. So were they right or were they wrong? Yeah, they were wrong, because the carrot came out. The carrot grew from the little seed into a carrot. So what did the little boy have to do to the plant? He watered it. He had to take care of it, didn't he? Even though he couldn't see it, he still had to take care of it. He watered it, and first he put it in the ground. He put the soil around it. He made it nice and comfy inside the ground. And he watered it, and the sun came out. The sun gave it some sunshine. And then slowly it started to grow into a carrot. And that's how we grow. And God is like the sun and the water. God helps us to grow as well. So let's say a meditation now, okay? Let's think of growing, and we'll think of that during our meditation. Okay. So let's take a deep breath. Let's close our eyes. So let's imagine that we're planting a little seed of whatever it is that you like to eat. It could be blueberries, it could be maybe strawberries, or an apple, or even a banana tree. So think of something that you like, that you want to plant. Okay, so let's plant it. Pretend that you're digging in the ground. You're planting your little seed inside the ground. So as we keep our eyes closed, we pretend that we are putting water on the seed. And we see the sun come out and give sunlight to the ground, knowing that that seed is growing under the ground, even though we can't see it. So let's take a few breaths while we are patient. One more breath. One more time. Just be patient. And when we know that when we're patient, when we look on the ground, we can see the little stem start poking out of the ground. You see the plant start to grow and grow and grow and grow. Wow. So in our imagination, we see what we planted, whether it was strawberries or apples or blueberries or a banana tree. We see the beautiful fruit of the seed that we planted. We are so amazed that such a beautiful fruit came from such a little seed. And we know that just as God made that seed turn into something big and beautiful, so too it is also helping us grow into our big, beautiful selves. We are so glad that God is in our lives, helping us grow. Amen. Okay, so open your eyes now. Wow, isn't that a great meditation? So even though we can't see God, we know that He is here with us, helping us to grow. What a great story. So boys and girls, I cannot wait to see you in person and to tell you stories in person. So goodbye for now. Here's Leo. Say goodbye. So we will see you again soon. Okay? Bye.